Sarah Huckabee Sanders is in the unenviable position of having to defend all of the horrible stuff that Donald Trump has done just in the last 3 days. And on Wednesday of this week, Donald Trump met with reporters in a pool spray where he was asked point blank, is Russia meddling in U.S. elections? And Donald Trump said, thank you very much, no. Sarah Huckabee Sanders was asked about that exchange during Wednesday's press briefing. And this is how she actually responded to that question, to Donald Trump lying about Russian meddling. Here it is.
Major.
Earlier, Cecilia asked the president, is Russia still targeting the U.S.? He said no. Is that what the president actually believes? Did he understand the question? And is his position that no, Russia is not doing anything to interfere or meddle in the 2018 election?
I had a chance to speak with the president after those comments, and the president said thank you very much and was saying no to answering questions. The president and his administration are working very hard to make sure that Russia is unable to meddle in our elections, as they have done in the past and as we have stated.
So he does believe it's going on?
Well, since there's currently not an election today, not specifically, but we certainly believe that we are taking steps to make sure they can't do it again, unlike previous administrations. This president is actually taking bold action and reform to make sure it doesn't happen again, but he does believe that they would target certainly U.S. elections again.
Okay, several points to make about Sarah Huckabee Sanders' response there. First and foremost, the fact that she couldn't continue a sentence without stuttering and stammering and trying to get her way through. That is the hallmark of someone who is not telling the truth. They're pausing themselves by using the in order to find better words or to regain or regroup their thoughts. She doesn't know what she's saying. She doesn't know how to defend it. So she's subconsciously trying to buy herself more time so that she can properly craft a lie to explain the president's lie. And unfortunately, the best she could come up with was, he was just saying, no, I'm not taking questions anymore. No was no, that I'm not answering your question. No, not no, they're not meddling. Well, here's the problem with that, Huckabee Sanders. We actually can see the video of Trump, which if you want to take a look at that, it's in the link in the video description here, where after Trump is asked that, somebody else asks a question that he answers, and he continues answering questions. He wasn't trying to end the Q&A. He was the one trying to extend it by continuing to answer questions. You're absolutely lying, and there's video evidence to prove it. Third, you said that Russia's not meddling. Hell, we don't even have an election today, you idiots. I know you didn't say you idiots, but I know you wanted to. You got so defensive because you were flailing so badly, but then you also admitted again so that they don't do it like they've done in the past. So you say they didn't do it, they're not doing it, but you're working to make sure they don't do it ever again. None of that makes any sense, in case you're not clear about that. She contradicted herself at least twice in her own sentence. This woman has to go. I mean, not just because she's horrible and lying to the American people every day, but because her lies are getting so weak and pathetic. If you're gonna lie to us, at least go out there and act like you mean it. I mean, you barely even tried on Wednesday, right? You know, you used to come out there with a little bit of energy, a little bit of piss and vinegar in you, giving people what for, you know, being a real jackass to everybody and lying with impunity, just saying, yeah, that didn't happen, next question. You looked defeated on Wednesday. And I can only imagine that lying that much to the American public probably does take a lot out of you. But you've got no energy left. So do yourself, but more importantly, do this country a massive favor and just go ahead and resign, because we all know that you want to.